Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Geek Authority's mysterious chamber of collectibles, where I open up a closet, a drawer, a box, look behind my dresser, and show you stuff that I've been collecting for a while. And this one I wanted to do a little retro. It's not common anymore. Not a lot of people buy books, with paper made from trees and all that stuff. And as a result, there's a lot of good online stuff and Kindles and things like that where you can read material. But having an old-fashioned book in your hand is like Picard said, there's nothing like it. So I just briefly wanted to show you some of the older stuff that I have and a couple new things. Like, for example, the Alan Dean Foster series. This happens to be log 3 of Star Trek. And what this is novelizations of the animated episodes. So basically they took the scripts, or he took the scripts, and then not embellished, but fleshed out the stories. So those wonderful animated stories from the 1970s, 1973 series of Star Trek, the animated series, are right here in these books, and they're really good stories in and by themselves. Other things that they used to release, and I love these. I have all of them that I'm aware of, and I only brought out the 2 movies because they did them for Star Trek, they did them for a lot of other shows, but they're called photo novels. Back in the day, before videos and JPEGs and all kinds of digital things, they used to have these things called photo novels. This one in particular happens to be the animated J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, and basically what it is I'll show it to you, is the animated film, page by page, scene by scene, printed up in color with story, commentary, or dialogue with each of it. And it's all the way through. Very cool. I'm surprised it actually looks better than when I opened it up, how it's held up and not turned kind of funny. Where this one, the pages were white, the binder and all that. Now it's a little yellow. That happens with age, but the photos held up really well. They're laminated and so on and so forth. The other one I have is called Invasion of Body Snatchers. This is the remake with Leonard Nimoy, and here's the cover photo novel. You can see Leonard Nimoy down there. Back of the book and so on and so forth. Again, images from the film. They kind of edited it so it kind of makes sense. Kind of graphic. There isn't a scene they leave out. There's Leonard. And Jeff Goldblum. A lot of good stars in the movie. I think the remake is pretty good in and of itself, but having the photo novel was cool because at that time when they released this in, let's see if I can figure out the year quickly, hopefully quickly, 1979. There weren't, VCRs and all that weren't as common as they were, because now we have CD players and Blu-ray and all that other stuff and digital and online streaming. So before that, you could get the whole movie visually with the story and the dialogue through these. And there, like I said, there were several of them, so I wanted to show you those. Then there's called the novelization series, where a particular show has a canon of fans, or a body of fans, and part of the canon, the fans or other writers of the genre want to contribute to that universe. And I have a couple examples here. 2 of my favorite shows, sci-fi shows. One is Quantum Leap. This is a prelude, kind of sets you up before the first episode of Quantum Leap, a novel by Ashley McConnell, based on this Universal Television series, Quantum Leap, created by Donald P. Bellisario. Very good, very, very good story. And then, of course, there's another one. Dun, 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 dun. Knight Rider. There was a series of these. This one happens to be, this is a novelization of the pilot, how Michael Knight became Michael Knight, and the back with a couple of pictures of Kit. So those are good things to sit back and reread every once in a while, and I do reread them. Now, modern day, one more novelization of a series back in the 70s. This one is Space 1999. Where they did original stories, Phoenix of the Megaron, by John Rankine. I hope I pronounced that right. And basically take all the characters that you're familiar with the show, first season, and then put them in this adventure. Very cool when they did that. It's kind of like the only way you could get new episodes after the series had been canceled. And I was saying in modern day now, they produce with icons like Doctor Who, they produce novels and books and manuals that kind of explain the universe. And this one is awesome. It's very detailed and answers a lot of questions and kind of asks a lot of questions. It's called Doctor Who, the TARDIS Handbook, the official guide to the universe, the official guide to the best ship in the universe. I'm like, ooh, that's a bold statement. Steve Tribe wrote it. That's what it looks like. Very cool. It's got details on its history, the many versions of it. I try and keep it pristine, so I don't want to bend the pages or whatnot. Tells you about the companions, some of the enemies. You can actually go inside the TARDIS, the various versions of the council that have been, where he runs the ship. There's my doctor, right down there. Number 5, and number 4 had his old classic. It's a great book. It goes up through Matt Smith. Didn't catch Peter Capaldi because this was released in 2009. It says here, if I'm reading it right. Let me check the front. 2010. Sorry. So that was a mess. And at the point where Matt Smith was the doctor, and there have been 2 doctors since him. Other things in terms of literary prowess, as I call it, are magazines. I pulled this out of a box. I'll show you an old version. This is a magazine called Dynamite. This literally came out, I think, in 72. 72 is when it started, and this particular one was in 77, this publication date, when they featured the TV series Logan's Run. How cool is that? That's the TV show with Gregory Harrison, not the movie with Michael York and Jenny and Gutter. Came out the year after. Logan's Run came out in 76. The TV series came out in 77. But it's one of these older classic magazines, kind of a teen-based, fan-based magazine as far as sci-fi and all kinds of stuff. I did want to show you how dated it is. Olympic dancers, Ty and Randy. Check this out. Another one of my favorites. 1977, that's Barry Manilow. And that was the album, that's like 20 albums ago. This one's for you. That was, they're showing, they're featuring. So it's quite a nostalgic piece. They used to come with, Shirley Temple. And used to come with things like puzzles and games. And in fact, the back of this magazine is a punch-out puzzle thing, a game that you can make. So that was from that time. Now, currently, there's a magazine, it's called Infinity, and they also feature sci-fi themes and such. And as a result, the irony of this is, it also featured in 2020 is when this one came out in February or March. It also featured Logan's Run, the TV series from 1977. And again, it's a larger format, the glossy paper, so it costs a little more, of course. But inside, oops, tab stuck. Inside, they used to do this with the old-time magazines. And the centerfold is a poster from Logan's Run, the TV show. So it's very nostalgic. They don't just cover old stuff. Let's see, real quick. Time in a Bubble. Oh, remember Land of the Lost? TV show called Land of the Lost. Toward the end features the Logan's Run story. And then it's got collectibles in it. Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica collectibles. That's Battlestar. Very cool. So that's that magazine, which is currently available, I believe, called Infinity. Let's jump to this. There's a series of books that if you're a role player or game player, they're hardback books. They're really cool. Again, a lot of green, so it's going to disappear. But this is the Doctor Who Adventures in Time and Space role-playing game. And this book features the Doctor number 5, my Doctor, Peter Davison. And there's a book for every Doctor, and there are 13 Doctors. So there are 13 books featuring rules and information if you do role-playing with dice and boards and scenarios and things to watch out for, how this particular Doctor reacts to monsters, how he runs his TARDIS. Every Doctor runs his TARDIS separately. You got information on characters and things you can add in your adventures. Very cool. It's a whole series of these. These are wonderful books. They're not cheap, but if you're a role player or a Doctor Who fan, they're a must-have. All kinds of books do exist, and I do want to say I'm a big fan of art and art design. So I have several of these types of books for different movies, mainly movies. This one is The Art of Tron Legacy. This was by Justin Springer, did the text. But basically it's from the remake of Tron, which story-wise wasn't that hunky-dory dandy, but the artwork, the production design is just amazing. Visual effects. I wish they could have used those visual effects in the original, because the original actually had the story going for it, and it would be amazing to see this technology then. But Tron is an excellent movie as it is, so if you have never seen it, check it out. But this is The Art of Tron Legacy, which was the sequel. And they're big bound books, they're hardback. Again, a little pricey. Get them on sale, get them online, check out eBay, but they're worth having. They detail the art design, the process, the thought process that went into it, what was used, what wasn't used. It's interesting to see the light cycles before they were the ones we see on camera, so that's always cool. Another thing is in the Star Trek universe, there are manuals for every cell in the body. There's a manual, and I mean technical and wardrobe and costuming, behind the scenes and all this other stuff. And they just released this one this year, 2020. It's called Star Trek, maybe Christmas, December 2019, but I didn't get this till like after the new year of 2020. It's Star Trek, the USS Enterprise, NCC 1701 and 1701A, which is the refit for the movies. And basically it walks you through the design and intricacies and details of the Enterprise, both the TOS, all the way through the films to when they upgraded it. And it's got the displays and explains, I don't know if you can see that, the displays, and then the outboard imagery of how the ship looks and what the different parts are, as well as engineering schematics. Here's the main bridge of the movies. They kind of describe every station, every button, and so on and so forth. Oh, look at that, uniforms and so on and so forth. The detailing on the various costume designers for each of the projects, giving Star Trek its look, both on TV and in the films. It's an amazing book. This was, who was the author of this one? Ben Robinson. There is one for the Next Generation as well, so if you're a Next Generation fan, but I have that as well, but I'm first and foremost TOS for myself. Lastly, I want to show you a book that I think, I'm a music lover, I'm a musical lover, like Broadway plays, Broadway musicals and things. And so when I saw Hamilton for the first time on Disney Plus, I was just blown away by it. And I'm like, how is that done? And I'm not a big pop rapper kind of person, but I never thought I could really enjoy something like that until I saw it, and it was just blew my mind away, that production. So there is a book out there if you saw Hamilton and you loved it as much as I did, and I watched it like 3 or 4 times already, in practically one sitting, because it's well over 2 hours. This is called Hamilton, The Revolution. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Jeremy, if I say this right, McCarter put this together. It's what it looks like. It's kind of like the old school looking, kind of burnt, aged cover with the back of it, and the edges are kind of aged out. Kind of, it's not a, what do I say? It's not an older book. It's a new book, but it looks like it's been read 1,000 times. And inside, what it does, which I think is amazing, there's Lin-Manuel, the guy who created it, wrote it. Besides the index, it goes through word by word every line and dialogue of the music and the songs in it, and then talks about its production. On the side, you'll get Lin-Manuel commenting notes on how I was going to take that out, and then I thought of this and added that, and all along the edges. The graphics are amazing. The images are amazing. You get to see the stage behind the scenes, the actors, while they're getting ready. There she is, the actress who plays his wife. All kinds of little commentary from the different performers, the original Broadway cast, of course. It's just amazing, amazing book. Sitting with this, watching it again, was even more amazing, because it's like, you're captivated with the scene, you're following along with the script. Basically, it's the script of the play, and it just gives a whole new level to it. If you've never seen Hamilton, watch it first, and then if you really love it and want to dive into it, this is the book I would recommend, from the original creator, and commentary behind the scenes, everything you need, including the entire script of the play. So must have, if you're a Hamilton fan, of course. And lastly, I said that was last for the books, but I wanted to pull out in the Dynamite, where I had the Dynamite from the 70s magazine. I had, these are original. I was a big fan of Logan's Run when it came out. I was 30 years old, and I actually wrote the studio, and I got all kinds of good stuff, including props and press material. And I found 2 of the pieces of the press material that they send out from Logan's Run, 1976. It's a 8x10 still, glossy, they used to call them, with the original studio. I don't know if you can see it, if I can get a good focus. Information on the bottom explaining the scene and the copyright for MGM, the studio released it. But that's the city, that's a model. One of the last times they made a full model for a feature film and shot in and around it of the futuristic city of Washington, D.C., which is the main plot of Logan's Run. It's an amazing film if you haven't seen it. And then this one, also from Logan's Run, is Michael York, who's playing Logan on the left. In the middle is Jenny Agutter, and she's Jessica. That's Logan 5, Jessica 6, and Francis 7. He was a very good actor. He had passed away because I believe of a brain tumor or brain hemorrhage of some sort. That's Richard Jordan. He was in a lot of movies. One of my favorites is with Michael J. Fox, Secret of My Success. He plays Michael J. Fox's uncle, and it's hysterical. But anyway, he's the villain in Logan's Run. So I just wanted to show you that I do have some original press stuff. I have a lot more, but maybe I'll save that for another time. Anyway, that's it. This is hopefully a unique collectibles. You enjoyed some of the books that I have, and maybe you'll pick some up or look at your favorite shows and see if there's anything out there. Again, check eBay, Amazon. The Hamilton you can definitely get on Amazon. A lot of the other books I had, Star Trek, Space 99, photo novels, probably going to have to find them on eBay or something. So anyway, hope you liked it. Please subscribe. I need those subscribers. Very important you subscribe. Hit the little bell. That'll let you know when I put up a new video. Watch the other shows. The Geek Authority show, where I do interviews with actors and directors and producers and local theater and movies and TV, as well as the Unboxing Geek Authority, which I unbox new stuff as I get them, and you see them when I see them. It's the first time for both of us, so hope you enjoy that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon. Don't forget, any questions, put them below. I'll be happy to answer. Talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.